Holy moly, it's been a moment since I added back issues. So these went up just recently. Pretty Deadly. Pseudoconic, Amarios. It's a really cool series, Ghost variant. And how about a Jenny Frison? Didn't know about that one. Second print David Mack is really nice. I believe we do carry the graphic novels if you want to read it in one go. Mercat and Dolfo's Red Sonja, some Alien. Sacred Six #1, limited to 400 copies. Pretty cool. Vampirella team. I do like that cover. Perillo. Sightum, featuring some boobs. 1 in 11 variant. Little homage to Nirvana. Some Perillo. I don't know who that is. Chet Zudas, maybe? TMNT homages, 1 in 10 Middleton, little homage to McFarlane, holy homage covers, Frazetta homage. This is Alex Ross and Jim Lee. This is Jim Lee and Delato, Canto, something, Frison, and 150 Berserker. Doom, Iron Man, is pretty popular, NYCC exclusive variant for issue #1. Modern newsstands, they are tough to come across, and this one is Blade and Doom. How about that? Little negative. There's your standard Canadian price variant, Batman 400. Last issue of the Ray, and we know that last issues are always tough to get. Dave Johnson cover. We ordered so much of this cover when it came out, and we're down to our last. I think this might be our last copy. Another Frison. I wanted to go heavy on this book, and I got nervous because the pre-sales were so low, and I should have, because look, they're going for $25, and I believe that's our last copy. Some Uncanny I just found sitting in a box under a table. Just updated the quantities. And Strange Academy, we haven't done this in a while. 4th print for #1, 4th print for #2. There's volume 1 and 2 in here, a couple of first appearances. You'll see a bunch of, man, my camera work is shoddy. Arthur Adams variants, but I collect these kind of things. If I see a cover that has a Mardi Gras theme, I'm scooping it, but I already have that in a 9.8. First Heidi, first cameo of Gaslamp, that was a big character. Second print of #15. First full Howie. First full The Hollow, that's the villain team, Queen Blyther. Like I said, there's a lot of Arthur Adam covers. First full Gaslamp, and first cameo Gaslamp, that is the Magic variant, which is a little bit more sought after. There you go, Strange Academy. Batman Long Halloween, #6 is the big one. First Sophia Falcone, all thanks to the Penguin series. This thing blew up, but really cool artwork. The story's great. What can you say? What can you say? Little homage. This is your came out a few years ago, and standard comic size if you don't like the original large size format. Some of the more modern stuff out. Scarlet Witch, first Amaranth, and that's the Agatha Harkness variant. The first cameo of the Heartless, that's the 3rd print variant. A couple of stray Nightwings. And 52, if you're new to DC, you haven't read that much, this is a good jumping on point. It's got Jeff Johns, Grant Morrison, Mark Waid, Greg Rucka, all writing the series. It came out weekly, and in the back of each issue, for the first chunk, you get a history of the DC universe. So you get like some backstory about some of the characters and what's been going on. And there's lots of different little first appearances. J.G. Johns does the covers to all of them, all 52 issues. But solid read throughout. First Kate Kane, who is Batwoman. First cameo of Batwoman right there. And your first full. And then after Dan Jurgens finishes his history of the DC universe, you start getting backup origin. It's like 2 pages of origins about a character, and so this one's drawn by Adam Hughes. He does a few of them. First ISIS 2, you got Kevin Nolan, you got Eric Powell, Brian Boland did 1 or 2. First Everyman Project, and Lobo has a big appearance in this series. And The Question, that's a big story point too. First Little Barda and Power Boy. First Osiris. But yeah, it was a really cool thing. George Perez, Howard Chaykin did the backup. A really cool story. I liked it a lot. So if you haven't read it, it's a good read. Zatanna by Brian Boland in the back. Adam Hughes doing Power Girl. Phil Jimenez, Ethan Van Sciver. So you get lots of top talent. Joe Benitez doing, you know, a couple of pages on a character. But those J.G. Jones covers are really good. This is where Renee Montoya becomes the Question. First cameo of Citizen Steel. And first jail access, Oberman, that kind of thing. And that is the variant. And we got a couple of signed, because that's what happens every now and again. You get autographed books. Phil Jimenez, Duncan Rouleau, Ivan Rice, Carl Kerschel, Ivan Rice, Dale Eaglesham, Don Kramer, and George Perez. It's gone, but not forgotten for sure. A few original series Avengers. There's number 100, Barry Smith art. Number 20, earliest by far in this run, 1.5. First meeting of Guardians of the Galaxy and the Avengers. Number 200 there. Classic cover and a high-grade newsstand to boot. A few Canadian price. David Letterman. High-grade Canadian right there. Man. And this is it. I do have a bunch of Superman one-shots and miniseries I started on last night. This is when Jean Grey comes back. And I'm going to be working on them right away, actually. As soon as I file all these books away. We've got this short box and this long box all set to go. I'll be hitting the site very shortly. And that is that.